Hey, morning, y'all. It is 10:07. I just finished packing up my bags and I'm getting ready to head out the door. Today is May 21st. That puts us on day 32 here. Cheap bicycle through Thailand. Um, Today I'm supposed to be down. I think she said for the ferry, I need to go buy my ticket by 11:30 or something. I'm gonna see if I can get the ticket a little earlier because the dock she was showing me that the boat takes off from is actually on the other side of well, it's still on the east side of the island, but it was out like in the direction I went on the very first day I was here. Um, and if it's that pier, then I either need to figure out a taxi or start pedaling first, and there's a few hills that I had to get over. Nothing too bad though. Um, so yeah, the plan today is just to get out to Koh Samui, Koh Samui, Samui or something. The third island on the route. So yeah, that's the whole plan. The boat actually takes off at 12, and it's a really small hop over. Yeah. So it's Koh Samui. Someone corrected me on the how it might have been pronounced. The K is pronounced more like a G. So instead of Koh for island, it's Go. I'm not sure if that's, um, but I'm not sure about the rest of the word. I think it's Samu, Samiu or something. So anyway, just bear with me when I butcher the language. Yeah, that's the plan. So it should only be like a half an hour at most boat ride. I mean, it is very close to each other. Um, okay, yeah, that's fine, guys. I'm gonna get out there, and yeah, this will be our third island, and then back to the mainland, and then I'm gonna head over towards Phuket on the west side of Thailand. So, all right, guys, that's it. Let's hit the road. All right, y'all. One last look. It's going on 10:30. I'll go ahead and start up the Strava app. That way you guys see the route I'm taking.
Starting ride.
And we're off and running, guys. Heading to the next island. Well, I got my ticket, so I'm all set. Everything was $250 for the ticket and $200 for the bicycle, so $450 total. And the good news is I don't have to go anywhere. I don't know why she showed me the other port on the maps. Maybe she was talking about another boat, but my boat's just straight down this way. Hit the pier and turn. She said left, and it'll be the last boat on the down that way. So I'm gonna start heading that way right now. It's 11 o'clock, so yeah, I'll give you the exact time. It's 11:04, so we're good on time. I'm just gonna head down there just to be down there, just in case there's some type of loading procedure or something I need to do first. All right, guys. So that must be the blue bucket she was talking about. Yeah, it's the same spot I got dropped off, so that's good. Yeah, it should look familiar. This is where we landed. And at least they have a nice spot to sit. I actually had to hide from the rain under that the first time. So I had a request actually to do more like a financial breakdown of like what I spend, you know, how much I'm spending stuff on, and kind of like I did with the bicycle. And I've done like average breakdowns for how much I was spending in Vietnam. I really haven't done anything here in Thailand. I'm not sure if I did anything in Cambodia, but I usually try and list the prices and stuff to give you guys a rough estimate of how much things cost. But doing an actual daily breakdown would actually just be, it wouldn't make much sense, because I go by an average. I know what I can spend, and that's my max is about $40 a day. So, because if you think about what $40 a day is, that's 1,200, right? So you got $1,200 a month. And if I have my average income of being around $1,300, then I need to stay under that. Otherwise, I start tapping into my savings. And the more I don't tap into my savings, the longer I can continue being a world hobo without having to go back to the States. And because as soon as that little nest egg is spent, then it's back to work for me. So I'm only semi-retired. I'm retired until I run out of money. But yeah, so my spending varies within each day. So if I'm at 1,400, if I'm trying to do the $40 a day, I know technically I could stretch it to 45, but I like to stay on the low side of things. I always like to have a buffer zone and be under. And I don't want to be hand to mouth, you know what I'm saying, constantly just spending exactly what I'm allowed. I'd rather always be under that. So I'll always round down so that there's a little buffer area. So if my limit's $40 a day, 40 euro, they're about equal, then that puts me at about 1,500 baht. So I would rather even round down under that and try and stay at 1,000 baht a day maximum expenditure. That's 30. That's more realistic. You know what I'm saying? $30 is very comfortable living. I mean, it is. $30 is basically a day to me, it's comfortable. You know, but I also have molded my spending habits to match that. You know, some days I used to go sometimes I used to go without $30 a day. I've done dumpster diving for food. I've done canning. That's where you go around and go through all the garbage cans in the morning before the trash man picks up. In Mount Shasta, me and this guy, I nicknamed Krusty because he was like Krusty the Clown, same voice. He'd go in bold kind of in the middle with a big poofy here on the other sides. He looked exactly and sounded exactly like Krusty the Clown. Well, he liked that nickname, so he kept it. So good for Krusty there. Me and him used to can every morning in Shasta City, which is just a town. We just called it Shasta City. You can look it up. It's just called Mount Shasta, California. It's that town that I've talked about before. Anyway, we would can in the morning before the garbage guys got it, and we would collect the plastics, which plastics don't really pay, but mostly the cans. And we would take it in. We got up early in the morning, like before 5, around 5 o'clock, and hit everything because garbage picks up by 6. We'd hit all the garbage cans, and we would only split enough for like a bowl of soup and maybe a tall can. You know, it was not a good living, but it's all that we really had. He would wash windows on his off times, when he could, but he didn't have a lot of clients that actually paid him to wash windows. He was a good guy though. Yeah. So a lot of this living is it's miserable. It really is. But the payoff is the freedom, the adventure, But and being free from bills and responsibilities, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You have a lot less responsibilities, but the responsibilities are to yourself if you don't want to die. You have to work hard. It's not, you have to constantly be doing stuff to actually be homeless. You know, it's like you're always working on camp, you're always getting food, you're making water runs, you're doing everything, you're always improving your camp, especially if you winter out somewhere. So I'm not saying it's easy work, it's just a lifestyle choice. And so with that said, I've molded my existence not to have bills, not to spend a lot of money, you know. So when I look at 1,000 baht, which is $30 a day, I just make sure that I average under that every single day. So if I was to do an actual breakdown for what I spend in the day and list it all, which would take a lot of time because letters and little graphs in the UCut app are a pain in the butt. So like when I listed the stuff for the bicycles, like everything that took me, that 1 minute segment or less took me half an hour, 40 minutes, because they max out at, I think, 3 or 4 things that you can list. Then you got to save that progress, and then you can put 3 or 4 different additional things that you list, and you have to time it with what I'm saying. So like when I say tires, I have to have tires pop up, 199, then the 199 has to pop up. Just staggering everything. It's very time consuming to make graphs, but so I'd rather do it vocally. But now with that said, I know I'm rambling. I just wanted to put it out there that to do something like that would be time consuming. It'd be more on the workload, and it wouldn't be accurate because I know how much I can spend a day, and I'm always under that. And it's always going to vary from place to place. With that said, I will try and start listing some of the stuff I do buy, but when it comes down to an actual breakdown, item by item, I ain't going to do it. Just not. It's too much work. So anyway, guys, I listen to all the comments, and I try to accommodate where I can, but sometimes I just got to say, nah, I can't do it. It's too much. That's got to be it right there. It's 11:30, so yeah, it's 11:28 right now, so that should be the boat. That wasn't a long wait at all. Okay, I think I've figured out a game plan. It is 1:46 right now. Um, I wanted to figure out what I was going to do. Like I said, I never plan anything out. Um, so I'm here still at the docks where you get the tickets. This is where I came up with. There's a spot on the other side of the island called the Bad Monkey. It was $4 a night. Where the cheapest thing on this side of the island was $9 for a night. I could always go camping and stuff like that, but thing is I'd have to invest just as much time trying to figure out where to camp and stuff like that. And it's a lot more. I don't really have, since it's later in the day, I don't have a whole lot of time to explore. I mean, basically I could sleep on any beach, but for $4 a night, I think I got it for 2 nights, so that's $8. I'm gonna go up the, you saw that the little line showed on the north side, so I'm gonna go up the north side on bicycle, 22 kilometers to the other side, and stay there for 2 nights, I think, and explore that side. And then on the bicycle, I'll come back on the south side. That way I've actually did the whole loop all the way around on my bicycle, instead of motor scooter. And that'll break it up. So I might end up staying here more than, like when I get back, I might have to stay on this side regardless for 1 night at least. There is like a $4 campground out that way though. I'll figure it out when the time comes. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna go into a 7-Eleven, do a real quick comparison on some of the prices, the water, the food, and see what this island's got to offer. Not as many affordable accommodations, but there are still plenty under $10. And 2 that were at $4, but one of them was a campground, one of them was a Bad Monkey, and then there's another one for $5. So those are the most reasonable priced ones, but they seem to be on the airport side. So I'm going to the airport side. I'll come back here later. Okay. These are 40. So actually less than the other island. I think they were 41 at that one. Oh yeah, look at this. It's 14. So that's only one. That's only actually 1 baht. So 3 cents markup than the mainland. So the water's only 1 baht markup, and the food was only 1 mark. Yeah, 40, and on the mainland it's 39. So I gotta turn this off. I keep forgetting that Strava app is on. So yeah, it's almost the same price as mainland here. So that's awesome. So yeah, the price is pretty well the same as the mainland. These are 13 baht each, so that puts it at 39 cents, which is basically the same on the mainland. I don't think there's a difference. If there is, it's only by like 1 baht. These bananas, actually, I got them because they're marked down. They're only 7 baht, you know, so that's 21 cents. And this cheese, these cheese things are super good, man. Bulk-wise, you're paying about the same as you can get the chicken and rice for, but these are just really good. They're like toasted with cheese on the inside. They're really good, but they cost 35 baht, which is $1.05. Which for 39 baht on the mainland, you can get the rice and stuff. I didn't see much of a markup difference at all on this one though. So yeah, that's a good sign. All right guys, I got something to eat. I got a little caffeine.
Starting right.
Let's take a bike ride. I could have easily stayed in any of these right here. I could have threw up my hammock. Well, I'll know that for on the way back, since there's no affordable accommodation. Well, there is. It's just I can camp on some of those trees when I get back. Well, I'm climbing hill number 1. I don't know how many hills I'll have total. It's just the first one. And that's upwards. I made it up to the top of the hill. Nice view. And a little spot to sit down for a sec before I go downhill. I'll be going that way. And this is the view from the other side of the hill. Okay. I decided to go out to the farthest north I can get, to a place called Mu 5 or Villa 5, Village 5. Mu stands for village or area 5. That's as north as I can get. I figured while I had enough time in the day, might as well extend the bike ride. Plus that way I can say I saw the whole island. I mean, I made the full circle.
sur ton escalier.
Okay, give you a visual of the trip I've already made. So I came in on the ferry here, right? And then I took this road all the way around and met up to this road and then up. Once I got to about here, this is where the hill was, right? So the hill was here, and then downhill, but no hills past that point. So when I got all the way over here, I could have went down because my hostel's around here, but instead I decided to take this route up and over, and right now this is where I'm at. And then I'm just going to complete this route all the way around until I get back down to my hostel, which is like somewhere around this location. So that way I can say that when I go back, I'll be taking this road all the way down and around after 2 days of staying on this side of the island, and I'll take this route too. That way I encompass the whole island on bicycle. And tomorrow I might get a scooter just to ride around, but before I go back on the ferry, I'm planning on making the full route all the way around. It's not that big. I mean, just to get to this side of the island, it's 22 on the most direct route. I don't know how much extra I'm doing because I decided to come all the way up north, but let's just say 27. It'll be under 30 kilometers to get from one side of the island to the other. So yeah, it's not a hard push. Anyway, guys, that's it. And these are the weird statues. All right, I made it back to my side of the town where Bad Monkey Hostel is at. I just had to look for it now. Bad Monkey. Bad Monkey. Here it is. Hello, reservation for Daniel. Home sweet home. Yeah, it's a nasty looking cloud up there. I'm kind of glad I'm indoors tonight. So I got the whole spot to myself. It's just because they just unlocked it. They're like, oh, you're 7F. So I went into dorm 7F and someone was already in my bed. And I was like, someone's in my bed. And she was like, okay, well, you can have this one. And she's like, but you'll be all by yourself. No one's in it. And I was like, okay, score. So yeah, you can see they can hold some people, man. And do a quick walkthrough. So this is my room. I got it for right now. I got it to myself because they just did a deep clean. So they had it locked up. These are the lockers. There's also a safe right up my bed. So I can actually, I'm 2B, so it'll be my locker. I have not explored yet, guys. So I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, originally I was in this one. Right here, 7. Bathroom. Men's bathroom. Hair dryers. In the men's room, hair dryers. These got to be the showers. Yep. Oh, hot water too. That's nice. And nice showers. Yeah, hot water seems like a luxury item. Lots of toilets and toilet paper. Wow, high class. What's over here? Just some newer toilets, huh? Anyway, that's the tour of the toilets. So I'm just walking out the street right now. You see what's around here? Looks like I got 36.92, so 37 kilometers today. I'm going to be wrapping it up. I'm kind of glad I'm going indoors because that looks a little nasty. But yeah, I don't know what this island is. Coming through it though. I don't know. I don't want to make any judgment calls. Because I was on the main road, and the main road's always going to be a little ugly. But once I got off the main road, that's where the surroundings just turned very nice. So it looks like food court. Oh, spot to do laundry. Right there. A Mr. Do-it-yourself. This is Top's Food. Run inside real quick. See how big of a grocery store it is. Ah, it's huge. Nice. It's a huge grocery store. It looks like there's a walking street on the other side too, so I'm going right through. Like a market street on the other side of. Oh wow, yeah. Ah, it's a mall. That's what it is. Look. Mall. Sorry guys, I'm not much of a shopper at all. You can't be, you know what I'm saying? When you live out of a backpack, you can't be much of a shopper. I mean, I like things like anybody else, but the thing is, I just can't have things that I can have some very basic things, but it's freeing not to be tied down by stuff. And I like that one. Oh, look at that one. That one's beautiful. But I like window shopping. My favorite thing to just is thrift stores, though. I love thrift stores, and I'm on the wrong side. Thrift stores. And yard sales. So my hostel is like dead center of all this. My hostel is literally a 45-second walk to this. Oh, you saw me. I just walked over here. I'm next to a mall. Location's awesome for a $4 hostel. 2 nights for $8. So this shopping center is huge. It's called Central Samui. Samui, you know, like behind me. Central Samui Shopping Center. But even then, everything around it too is just all shops and stuff like that. So if you like shopping, I mean, this is your place, man. That cloud looks dark. Now I do like shopping. It's like my things are though is like I said, I like the thrift stores, flea markets, but I also like camping stores, fishing stores, army surplus stores, you know. But the thing is, if I go into those, I'll be tempted to actually buy more gear than I actually need. And then I'll end up having to get rid of that gear. And so it's better that I just stay out of it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call this quits for the day. I'm gonna go take a shower and then take a shower and then start editing everything together, charge up my devices, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for the night. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, guys. Good night, y'all.